Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, I'm going to call out 5 projects that I think, can 5x from where they are today. If you enjoy this sort of content and you want to support the channel, then hit that like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Now, one other thing that I would like you to do, just comment below and let us know what 5 projects you think can 5x by the end of December. Really interested to know. So let's get down to the desktop and have a look at what projects I think can 5x from here. So the first one is Multivac, and this one is currently at 0.02255, up 2% at the time of recording today. Now, for me, I think 11 cent is possible for Multivac. We should have smart contracts come the end of November, and that will sort of tee up December to be really interesting. Hopefully, we can get some people over onto the ecosystem building and get that transaction volume up. That would just be amazing. We've had 2 exchange listings. Hopefully we'll get some more of those as well. So this one's really gearing up. It hasn't really even got started yet. And we've seen some tremendous gains because we called this one out super early. Let's have a look at 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗧𝗏 and have a look at what the artificial intelligence is saying. Currently it's rated at B2. So A1 is the highest rating, so it's not too far down from that, so it's pretty good rating. Fear and greed index is at B3, so it's a little bit of fear in the market. The 𝗕𝗢𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 ratio is C2, so that is pulling it down. Profitability, it's A1 at the moment, which is fantastic. The moving average is A2, that's also good. And then your Sharpe ratio is C2. So in the short term, we're probably going to have some volatility for MTV. But overall, long term and going into December, I think this one's going to do really, really well. Obviously, we've got the website here. You've got your NFT platform as well. Close my thing down here. But, you can see the different collections that you've got here, right? And the rarity and all this sort of stuff. So we've had a lot of activity so far when it comes to Multivac, and I think this is going to be a feature that we see continue. But do let me know in the comments below, do you think this project can 5x and get above 11 cent this December? Really interested to get your views and opinions, so do let me know in the comments below. Moving on to the second pick, and this is Polkadot. So we have the parachains and all this implementation that's going to be happening on Polkadot. Now I think 5x is going to be a real push. It would need to be at about $235. And at the time of recording, it's 47.01. Now, for those of you that are going to say that that's not possible to happen, I think this is very possible to happen when it comes to Polkadot. They're going for quality over quantity. So the projects that are going on Polkadot are going to be top notch, which means that you're going to get a fair amount of price discovery off the back of the transaction volumes, because the transaction volumes are going to be there for quality projects. So for me, I really like this project. I think it's going to do really well. It's been a slow burner. I think it is going to be one of the last ones to go. It has pulled back. It's a great opportunity, in my humble opinion, not financial advice, but it's a really good opportunity to be getting into this one on this pullback. Treat this as educational purposes only, and you have to go do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, but Polkadot looks like a solid project, and I think it's going to be there or thereabouts at the peak of the bull run. So do you think that Polkadot can 5x from here? I think it can. It'd be a push, but I think it can do it. Let's have a look at the artificial intelligence on advice.io, rated a B1 at the moment. So the 𝗕𝗢𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 ratio is A2, so that's pretty good. You got a Sharpe ratio, say C2, so that is pulling it down. Profitability is A1, moving average A2, and your fear is and greed index is at B2. So there's a bit of fear in the market at the moment. You're going to see this across the actual market at the moment, I believe. So the wait is over. Parachains launch is here. So obviously this is all happening at the moment. So do dig in and do some research on Polkadot. Out of the 5, I think this one's going to be the one that it's going to be there or thereabouts. It's going to it's hit and miss, this one. I think it could do it, but it might just eke into next year. But ultimately, I think this is a 5x project for this bull cycle. Anyway, moving on, VeChain. So at 0.1722, again, we talked about this one at less than half a cent. VeChain, we've been in this one a long time, up 7.43% at the time of recording. The upgrade on the mainnet for 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 was live today, so this one's doing really well. We expect an increase in transactional volume. We've seen fundamental changes in this project. They were sort of really focused on supply chain management and institutional investments, but we have now seen some retail investor sort of use case with NFTs, and we've got a DEX now as well. So everything's gearing up really well for VeChain. I think a 5x from 17 cent 25 is a real possibility. It only takes it up at about 86 cent, which I think is more than achievable for VeChain. But do let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are. Really want to know. Okay, and then VeChain is A2, so this is the highest one that we've talked through, but it's the highest rating we've seen on advice.io. A1's the highest possible, but A2's the highest we've ever seen, so it's right up there. So the fear and greed index is A1, no one's fearful. It's A2 for Sharpe ratio, A1 for profitability, B2 for peak end value demand, A2 for moving average, and A2 for 𝗕𝗢𝗠𝗪 ratio. So bang on. Artificial intelligence really likes VeChain at the moment. I am not surprised with the upgrades and everything that's happening. This one is looking to gear up very nicely. So do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on VeChain. Would you have this as a 5x project? Do let me know in the comments below. Moving on to the fourth project, and that is none other than Harmony. Actually gone on a bit of a tear. It's now at 29 cent free, up 6.23%, which is fantastic. Now this one, before I started recording, it went on this tear. It was at about 27 cent. So you were coming in at I don't know, $1.20. At this price, it'd be $1.46. If it was to 5x. I think it can get there or thereabouts by the end of December. Really like this project. They've got lots going on, right? So let's just talk about this a little bit. So you've got lots of DAOs happening at the moment, which is fantastic. That means lots of community-based involvement, right? As Harmony looks to step away, so it's a community-led project. You've got the Bitcoin bridge that's imminent as well. So with all of these things sort of coming together, I really do think that Harmony is doing some fantastic things that is going to lead to immense price discovery. So I do think this one's a possibility. It is one of my favorite projects in the space, and yeah, for me, I wouldn't be surprised if it 5x's from here. But do let me know in the comments below, do you think Harmony can 5x by the end of December? Really interested to know, right? Let's have a look at advice.io and the artificial intelligence. So that's got it as a B2.
Today's video has been sponsored by Cheeky Crypto, and specifically the Harmony One staking pool. If you are looking to support the channel and do not know how, the best way you can go about doing this is actually to go ahead and delegate your One holdings into the Cheeky One staking pool. By doing so, not only are you supporting the channel, but you're also providing yourself with a nice passive income on your crypto holdings. You'll get some very juicy returns hovering around the 10% APY, and this is a fantastic way to make your crypto work hard for you the way that you worked hard for your crypto. Guys, if you are looking to support the channel, why not delegate today to the Cheeky One staking pool with the Harmony One protocol?
Again, I imagine this is down to the fear in the space. So fear and greed index is C2. Your profitability is A1, that kind of goes without saying. Sharpe ratio C2, so that's fantastic. Moving average A2, and then your 𝗕𝗢𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 ratio A2. So really it's just the fear and greed index and the Sharpe ratio that is pulling the score down for Harmony. And I do think that we'll see a reversal in this as the market sort of starts to recover. So again, I think this is a fantastic project. They also, I forgot to mention, they also put funding in place to encourage people to come over and build on the ecosystem. I think it was 300 million. dollars worth of funding that's available to developers, people that want to do DAOs and get involved. So there's just so much going on for Harmony, and with the cross-chain side of things and the bridging that they're doing, I kind of see this as a project that's a long-term hold as well as a short-term. You're going to see the short-term gains, but I think also long-term this is a fantastic project. Do let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are. And let's get into the fifth and final project, and this one's going to probably rile some people up the wrong way, but it is none other than Cardano. So at the moment it's at $2.06. For me, people are very quick to be, I don't know, a little bit hateful towards this project. Maybe people have the wrong idea about what the expectations should have been after smart contracts. For me, this is a fantastic project that is going to do remarkable things not only in the world but in price discovery. And for me, I've kind of said I'm buying this non-stop. Out of these 5 projects, I am buying VeChain non-stop, Harmony non-stop, and Cardano non-stop, because ultimately I kind of felt that in these recent dips these projects have been massively undervalued. I would have been buying more Multivac, but I am a whale when it comes to Multivac, right? We got into that one super early. We got into all of these super early, but Multivac was probably the earliest that we've got in on a project, right? So for me, a fantastic project. It's going to do remarkable things. It's just a case of waiting for all the things to line up in the background. It's again, this is a project that over the next 5-10 years is going to change people's lives for the better. So really do like this project. Do let me know what you think in the description of the video, the comments of the video. Really interested to know. Let's have a look at what advice.io is saying. So it's got it down as a B2. Again, it's fairly fearful, I would imagine, but it's A2 for fear, A3 for fear and greed index, so it's not too bad really. So what is pulling it down? The Sharpe ratio is pulling it down, the moving average is pulling it down, and everything else looks good. Amihad ratio A2, profitability A1. I mean, if you got into this when we first started talking about it at like 10 cent, you're laughing, right? I mean, we were getting down into it like earlier than this. Now go back a little bit further. Where are we? We were getting into it around here. So September, about September time. We probably got into it earlier than that, but around September time it was like 10 cent or less. It's just fantastic gains, and people seem to forget this. Gone on this absolute tear. It's pulled back. To be honest, I think it's primed to go as soon as we get all the transactional volume and everything running on the ecosystem. Seeing some fantastic updates from the likes of SundaySwap and a few others as well, and lots of NFT projects. So you do check this one out, right? The NFT projects, there's some really good ones. Do check those out. But overall, those are the 5 projects, and Cardano would get to $20. So I do think Cardano is a bit of a push to get to $5. $20. But I do think it's something that is possible, right? And if you haven't been around in some of these bull cycles before, then you're probably going to find it difficult to understand. But money moves around this market, and the projects, they don't go all at the same time. So there are some that lag behind, but they normally do go on an absolute tear. Realistically 2.5 to 5x from here for Cardano, I feel. But do let me know in the comments below what you think is possible. Really interested to get your views and opinions, and also do let us know which projects you think can 5x that I haven't discussed today, because there are so many wonderful projects that it's really difficult to make a list of just 5. So really interested to get your views and opinions on that. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, don't forget to mash that like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. With all that said, done and out of the way, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.